Hi, everyone. Welcome to today's broadcast. I'm Naijaman, as you know, and today I'm delving into a topic that has recently sparked significant controversy and concern: the allegations that the United States Agency for International Development, also known as USAID, has been involved in funding the terrorist organization Boko Haram in Nigeria. What? What? Let's hear from the horse's mouth, and I'll give my reactions towards the end of this video.
Who gets some of that money? Does that name ring a bell to anybody in the room? Because your money, $697 million annually, plus the shipments of cash funds madrasas, ISIS, Al-Qaeda, Boko Haram, ISIS Khorasan, terrorist training camps. That's what it's funding. If you think that the program under Operation Enduring Sentinel, entitled Women's Scholarship Endowment, which receives $60 million annually, or the Young Women Lead, which gets about $5 million annually, is going to women who, by the way, if you read the Inspector General's report, is telling you that the Taliban does not allow women to speak in public. Yet somehow you're believing, and American people are supposed to believe, that this money is going for the betterment of the women in Afghanistan. It is not. You are funding terrorism, and it's coming through USAID. And it's not just Afghanistan, because Pakistan's right next door. USAID spent $840 million in the last 20 years on Pakistan's education-related program. It includes $136 million to build 120 schools, of which there is zero evidence that any of them were built. Why would there be any evidence? The Inspector General can't get in to see them. But you know what? We doubled down and spent $20 million from USAID to create educational television programs for children unable to attend the physical school. Yeah, they can't attend it because it doesn't exist. You paid for it. Somebody else got the money. You are paying for terrorism. This has got to end. I yield, Mr. Chairman.
My. The great United States of America, funding Boko Haram in Nigeria. He mentioned ISIS. This guy's a US congressman. It's not just a YouTuber like me or anybody who is unverified. This is a United States congressman. His words carry weight. His words carry weight. If this claim is substantiated, it has profound implications on international aid and counterterrorism efforts and the trust placed in governmental agencies. Now, what is USAID? USAID was established in 1961, and its mission was to promote and demonstrate democratic values abroad and advance a free, peaceful, and prosperous world. The agency provides economic development and humanitarian assistance worldwide in support of US foreign policy goals. Over the years, USAID has been instrumental in various global initiatives, from disaster relief to economic development. So, what are the allegations? The controversy began during a recent hearing of the United States House Committee on delivering on government efficiency. Congressman Scott Perry, a Republican from Pennsylvania, made a startling accusation. He claimed that USAID has been channeling funds to terrorist organizations, including Boko Haram in Nigeria. Remember what he said? USAID funded Al-Qaeda, Taliban, ISIS, and Boko Haram. During the hearing titled The War on Waste, Stamping Out the Scourge of Improper Payments and Fraud. Now, to understand how grave these allegations are, it's essential to consider the broader context. Number one, USAID's operations in Nigeria. Humanitarian assistance. USAID has been actively involved in providing humanitarian aid in Nigeria, especially in regions affected by Boko Haram's insurgency. Their efforts include supplying emergency food assistance, safe drinking water, and relief commodities. Now, the agency has also contributed to broader US government efforts to counter terrorism in Africa. Between the fiscal years 2015 and 2017, USAID had 141 active awards in the Lake Chad region, valued at over $1.1 billion, aiming to address the humanitarian crisis exacerbated by Boko Haram's activities. Man, these people. Now, while Congressman Perry's assertions are alarming, it's crucial to approach them with a critical eye. Where is the concrete evidence to back his claims? I'm not saying he's lying. I mean, for him, like I said, he's a congressman. Why would he come out and lie? But where is there any publicly available evidence directly linking, you say, to the international or intentional funding of Boko Haram? I think we're going to get that evidence soon. Because I don't think he would just see something like that. He's not a child in this game, right? Historically, USAID has implemented measures to prevent aid diversion, but we're now seeing that they are actually, not even doing that. They are doing the opposite. They are actually funding these terrorist groups, and then they're also the people that are now also funding them to say they should stop doing the things that they funded them to do. Crazy. If such claims were true, the ramifications would be extensive and explosive. Trust in international aid organizations, which has already been for the last few years, to be honest, and governmental agencies will be severely undermined, affecting future humanitarian efforts. There will likely be a push for comprehensive reviews and reforms in how aid is distributed and monitored in conflict zones, and the impact on the beneficiaries, the people, the most vulnerable groups, the most vulnerable populations that are going to be impacted. The people who actually rely on this aid will suffer the most from any disruptions caused by the funding freezes or policy overhauls. Trump's administration has continued to try and ruffle feathers, and we're still going to see a lot more over the next 4 years. This is really breaking news. These allegations are serious. They're serious. They warrant thorough investigation. We'll wait for the evidence to come out. But like I said, because he's a congressman, is not just a news channel or a blogger that's saying this thing. I'm going to hold him by his words and wait for the evidence to come out. It's quite disappointing news. Very disappointing news from USAID. And if you're new to my channel, you haven't subscribed yet, please subscribe, like, share, and comment, and I'll see you in the next one.